explain to me why the key sticks to me. It sticks to my neck, too.
David, what is this new vaccine-based conspiracy theory that we're hearing about?
It began actually on TikTok, where all good things happen these days. Viral videos went around with people who had been vaccinated putting pennies and magnets on their arm, appearing to show that it was magnetized.
Were people being serious on these TikToks, or was it like a joke?
Most likely it was just posted as a joke, but it very quickly became or was taken on as something serious. That was debunked completely at the time, but just as all disinformation does, it just circulates, and it came back up again when a renowned anti-vaxxer gave evidence as an expert witness to the Ohio state legislature.
I'm sure you've seen the pictures all over the internet of people who've had these shots and now they're magnetized. They can put a key on their forehead, it sticks. They can put spoons and forks all over them and they can stick.
Now, give me the history of this so-called expert, Dr. Tenpenny. She's kind of a notable figure in the anti-vax world, right?
Yeah, she calls herself the grandmother of the anti-vax community. That's a self-declared title that she's very proud of, and she's written a book about how to say no to vaccines.
And this conspiracy theory doesn't exist in a vacuum. Like, it also interfaces and dovetails with like the 5G conspiracy theory, right?
Yeah, like in Sherry Tenpenny's evidence, she made the point that this was something that it magnetized your body, but it also, the vaccine was able to communicate with 5G cell towers. How that worked, she wasn't able to explain fully because it's obviously complete rubbish. But she was, it kind of exists in this kind of universe of COVID-19 vaccine conspiracies, which all suggest that there is something in it that shouldn't be there, that is by some shadowy figures to control the population.
Why would Ohio lawmakers give Sherry Tenpenny this kind of platform?
It's really hard to say, given she's a known anti-vaxxer and spreader of disinformation. But she was there in support of a bill that was seeking to lower the bar for vaccine regulation across the state. And it was a bill backed by a Republican lawmaker who was the one who invited Sherry Tenpenny to give evidence.
You know, when I started covering anti-vax stuff, and this is well before the pandemic, the concept was that it's not just a Republican thing. However, what seems to be articulating in the months past and during the pandemic is that Republican lawmakers are ones that are relying on these arguments to try to shape policy. Why is that?
I guess it's because they want to appeal to their base. The level of vaccine hesitancy is around 24% nationwide. The people who are kind of saying either they might get it, they might not get it, they're not sure. But if you look at just Republicans, it shoots up to 46%. And if you think about this particular piece of disinformation, this came along a month ago, almost exactly, in kind of the middle of May. And it was debunked at the time widely. And yet we're still hearing about it now. And there's that clip of her that was posted on Twitter has had like 5.5 million views. And that video will then propagate on Facebook, on Twitter, on Telegram, on, masses of platforms and gain hundreds and thousands and millions of views and be seen by the people who are questioning it. And they have to make a decision. And it could be the one piece of information that tips them over the edge into, I'm not going to get the vaccine. And that's why it's so dangerous.